Today we're diving into the future of programming with AI coding agents. If you've used ChatGPT, then you know it's been like a coding buddy, a smart coding buddy who's always ready to help with debugging your code, writing functions here and there, and even explaining tricky concepts. However, there's a lot of back and forth copy pasting involved. Now imagine the same coding buddy got even more helpful and offered to develop a whole full stack application for you, creating everything, project structure, and all of the files in the project. That's the power of AI coding agents. In this video, we'll use AI tools to tackle a real-world coding challenge. We'll fetch WordPress menu data to create a drop-down navigation menu in Next.js using GraphQL and Apollo Client. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to use these AI tools. You'll know whether these AI tools are actually useful or just another hype. Let's get started. In this video, I'll experiment with two AI coding agents. One is called Bolt and the other is an AI code editor called Cursor. I heard good things about both of them and I wanted to try and see for myself. For this experiment, I'll try to tackle a real-world coding challenge from my own projects. I'm working on a WordPress static site generator in Next.js, and I need to fetch WordPress menu data to create a drop-down navigation menu. As you can see, this is a slightly more complicated challenge, unlike other videos that show you how to create a to-do app or a snake game. I'm sure it'll work great for those kind of things because those are simple and not real-world coding problem. I'm excited to see how this goes. First, I'd like to try Cursor AI Code Editor because it has an interface similar to Visual Studio Code. My favorite code editor is Visual Studio Code, and I really like the idea of having the AI tool inside the code editor in comparison to using ChatGPT. If you were to do the same thing in ChatGPT, you'll have to go through a lot of back and forth copy pasting. If this works, it'll save a lot of time and it will make life so much easier and fun. All right, so I've gone ahead and downloaded Cursor from cursor.com, and I'll use the free trial. Cursor uses a combination of large language models like GPT-4 and Claude alongside its own Cursor small model for faster processing, all built on top of the Visual Studio Code foundation to provide the core editing functionalities, essentially leveraging AI to assist with code generation, prediction, and context-aware suggestions within the coding environment. When you open Cursor for the first time, you'll be prompted to sign up. The sign-up process is pretty easy. You can use your Google account to sign up or sign in. Once signed in, you can even import the same extensions you use in Visual Studio Code. To get started, create a folder and open it with Cursor. You'll see the project files on the left-hand side. By default, the AI panel is hidden, which is a bit confusing. I think they should have it open by default for new users. Anyways, to open the panel, click this small toggle AI panel at the top left-hand corner. You'll get the composer here. I'll type my prompt in the composer. I'll say create a navigation menu that fetches header menu from WordPress WP GraphQL endpoint. As you can see, it is setting up the project and creating all the files along with the code. I'll go ahead and accept all. I see it used TypeScript in spite of me instructing it not to do that, but that's not a big deal. And also it forgot to create the project.json file. So I'll prompt it with please do not use TypeScript, use Next.js 15, and you forgot package.json file. I'll accept. Now it's using JavaScript, created a package.json files. I noticed it left behind the TypeScript files. I'll prompt it to remove the TypeScript files. This time it provided me with the command to remove all the TypeScript files, which is cool. Well, all right, it's the moment of truth. Before I run the program, I need to replace the placeholder GraphQL endpoint with actual endpoint. Install the dependencies with the npm install. Let's see how it looks. I'm a bit disappointed. It didn't get it quite right, and it doesn't look good at all. As you can see, there's no styling, but I see a couple menu items have been fetched from WordPress, which is a very good sign. Let's see if we can fix it. Let me say the menu is not rendering properly. Also, please apply styling to make it visually appealing. To save time, I'll fast forward recording and see if we can fix it with prompts. I tried to fix it. I ran into some errors. I fixed the errors. I provided image of the menu that I wanted as a reference along with my prompts. I even changed the models from Claude to GPT-4. This is what I got from Claude, which is not usable. Maybe it's not Cursor's fault. I think I can do better with prompts next time and share the result in the end of the video. I'll give Cursor another chance and start all over again. Stay tuned until the end of the video. I'll let you know how it goes. But now I want to try another AI coding agent called Bolt. Let me take a step-by-step approach this time and use the same method that I would use to do it. If I were to do it, I would first get the drop-down menu working with some dummy data, and then I'll implement the GraphQL integration. I'll fetch the data from the WordPress GraphQL endpoint, and then finally, I will replace the dummy data with the actual data fetched from the WordPress. Let me try this with Bolt, and then I'll try this exact same prompts on Cursor again. To open up Bolt, open up a new browser window and type bolt.new in the address bar. So you get a text box in the center. I'll prompt it with create a minimalistic professional drop-down navigation menu and Next.js. Use dummy data for the menu. The menu should be responsive and accessible. Please use SCSS or CSS modules. Please do not use TypeScript. Use JavaScript. Please make the menu look like the attached image. I am requesting only the drop-down navigation menu bar. Please do not add anything additional like logo element or placeholder for logo. I just want the drop-down navigation menu. I really like this feature of Bolt that enhances your prompt. I'll click the Enhance Prompt button and I'll attach an image of the menu as a reference. Unlike Cursor, Bolt does everything in the browser. You don't need to download any code editor, install it. It's all in the browser. There's also an option to deploy your code right from the browser, which is pretty cool. Let's see what it did. Wow, it created the menu in the first attempt with dummy data, and it's responsive. Okay, so now I'll prompt it with, please fetch data for the menu from WordPress WordPress's WP GraphQL endpoint, and I will provide the GraphQL endpoint using Apollo Client. Please replace dummy data with the data fetched from the WP GraphQL endpoint. I'll click Enhance Prompt button to refine the prompt. As you can see, it enhanced the prompt. All right, let's see what happens. I really hope it works. Wow, I can't believe it worked. This is magic. This is really amazing. And it's fully responsive and accessible. Okay, this is perfect. Now let me try the same thing with Cursor using the enhanced prompts from Bolt, and then I'll share the results with you. So I used the same prompts from Bolt, and I did a few back and forth prompts. This is what I got from Cursor, which is definitely better than before. However, it does not offer the desired responsive behavior. It is somewhat responsive, but the drop-down menus are supposed to open as accordion when it's in mobile view. Right now, the drop-downs are like, it opens as a drop-down in the mobile view, which is a bit unusual. So what's the conclusion? If you want to make the best of these AI coding agents, it helps a lot to have the basics of programming concepts. Make sure to provide good prompts, and take a step-by-step approach. Start small, start simple, and add one feature or functionality at a time. As you can see, coding is not dead. It's more important now than ever before. Sure, if you want to make a snake game or a to-do app, you can do that without any coding skills. But if you want to develop complex systems, then you definitely need to have the concepts, the programming concepts and knowledge. AI tools are revolutionizing how we code. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, these tools will surely save a lot of time and boost productivity. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Check out the description for links to these tools to try them yourself. See you in the next video.